Hi, thank you for joining me for a SweetCareers video. This is Grace Cudney. Today we are looking at the first of a series of short videos looking at common resume errors that I see among college students and recent graduates. Today we are looking at formatting issues and particularly consistency in formatting across a single document. So while there are many other errors in this particular resume sample, I'm just going to be focusing in on some of the differences in font. As you can see here, this section heading is a different font than the other section headings. The date style is different across types. There's changes in font, changes in the type of phone number formatting that's used. While this particular example may be a little bit extreme, honestly, it's not too dissimilar from resumes that I've worked with in the past and that I've seen in the past. So one of the things that you want to make sure that you do with your resume is that you keep it consistent across all the entire document. You can certainly use different fonts for your section headings, but whatever you use for one section heading, make sure you use the same across the document. I suggest with your section headings to keep them fairly, you want them to stand out, so keep making them bold or a larger, slightly larger font size than the rest of the document is fine as long as they are consistent. With dates, I typically prefer just using years. You can certainly, and you're welcome to use months, but you probably don't need the actual date range. And keeping the type consistent, so if you're just using months and years, do the same thing across the document. In this case, like I said, I'm just going to use the years. And of course, keeping your font the same across the document is important as well. Sometimes what I think happens is that as you perhaps are updating multiple documents, maybe you have one resume that you started as a sophomore and then you started another document and couldn't find the original one, and then you decide to merge the two documents. You may be using different formats. Whatever the case may be, just make sure that you do keep a consistent format across the entire document. With just a few little tweaks for this particular sample resume, you can see it makes a pretty big difference in the overall look and feel of the resume, even though certainly the content does need some work on this one, but we will look at that in subsequent videos.